Hello? Oh my God, that's loud.
Test, test, test. They're all loud. Oh, hello, hello, hello. That's better. Still very loud. What is
Lit up, but oh, there it goes. Hello? Thank you, Jack. Hello, hello, hello. I turned that down too much? That's 2. This is 2. One, one, one. 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 Hello, hello. 1 is still on, and it won't turn off. All right, Jesse, number 3. 3 good?
4? Hello, number 4. Hello, 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 hello. Yep.
Hello, hello. A little louder. Hello, hello. Louder. Whoa, too loud. How about down a little bit? What's that? I don't know. I can't hear it. Can you? Hello. For 5, Jesse. 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Hello? Maybe a little loud. Hello? Leave it on 5. Hello?
You left this one on purposely? Hello, hello, hello. 2 is work. Hello, 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 hello.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Matt, is this volume high enough? I'm really pushing my voice here.
We can turn it up a little bit. Now mine's loud.
Yeah. No, it's not loud enough up here.
I'm just a loudmouth. Tom, what mic number do you have?
Mic 1.
All right, try it now.
All right, testing. That's a little bit better. Oh, it's higher. Okay, that's good. Okay, well, good evening, everyone, and thank you all for coming. Sorry for the technical problems here, but hopefully we have them figured out and we won't have no issues throughout the meeting. So I'm calling to order the Whittingham Homeowners Association Open Workshop Meeting for Monday, March 16th. Would you all please rise for our Pledge of Allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Matt, can I have a call to order and a roll call, please?
Okay, everybody on Zoom, can you hear us? We want to do a quick little test.
Yeah.
Can someone put something in the chat for us? Yep, loud and clear.
Okay, good.
All right. Let's do the roll call. Tom Clark,
Here.
Kathy Dodano, Bob Brown, Kathy Clark and Gleason, Joe Atanasio, Jeff Simonson, and Jay Respler is absent tonight. And I'm here, Matt Lubis, General Manager. Kristen Parisa is here, our Lifestyle Director, and Susie is out sick today, unfortunately.
All right, Matt, do you have a report for us?
Yeah, well, the snow finally melted, so we finally got back to privacy fences over in Whittingham. So the guys are making some good progress. Just about done with everything on Winthrop, and the guys are going to jump over to Chadwick. We got 4 buildings over on Chadwick. We're hopefully going to get that done this week or early next week, and then we're going to shoot over to Rutland, and they're going to stay on Rutland until this project's done. So weather permitting, hopefully we can get it done in April.
And somebody
early
just
May
said,
is
why are
kinda
there
like
no
their goal right
residents
now.
on the restaurant search committee?
So
Whoops.
it's been going very well so far, and I know the guys are anxious to get it done. A lot of good compliments on it, so good project so far. Remember last year we got all new fitness equipment in the gym, except for one piece? We kept one recumbent elliptical machine that everybody really seemed to like. Well, that one is out of order, and we have a new one coming next week, so it should be here by the 26th. So sorry that you have to see that out of order sign for so long, but you know, shipping delays and everything else, I won't get into it, but it'll be here next week. Just to follow up, we've been talking in a lot of our meetings with the board about plan security and how we've, you know, been meeting with them. They've been making improvements and everything, and just kind of wanted to mention that last meeting we said we were going to meet with them. We met with them on March 2nd. You know, went pretty well. Good check-in with them, and we'll probably get them back in the next couple weeks, but we've seen some good improvements.
Yeah, I agree with you. We did have a good conversation with them. They have done a lot of improvements. The number of complaints and calls that we received about them have dropped dramatically. And somewhere in the near future, we're going to ask them to come and give a report here to the homeowners.
Yeah, very, very good meeting. They're very engaged. Their upper management's really, really involved now, which is how it should have been. But good thing they're open, they're meeting with us, making improvements, and we've seen a big change, so that's great. One thing, we have a lot of snow damage, guys, so I just want to bring that up. We know about pretty much everything. We got signs, we got light poles, we got mailboxes. I was actually just telling Jeff that we're trying to get the mailboxes done as quick as we can. Our guys are doing that part of it. The issue is, I think every community has the same problem with mailboxes, because our guys went to about 3 places last week and we're only able to get 7 posts. We got plenty of mailboxes, just not the post to put them on. So if you could, I know I asked during the snowstorms, please be patient, because we have a lot of repairs to do. After the snow melted, the grass, we got Belgian block, we got some signs, we got light poles. So now that the weather's breaking, we're going to make some progress on it. LMS will be back after this rain to continue doing some of the turf repairs. They're also planning on bringing a couple crews in next week to start the spring cleanup, because we do have branches everywhere, debris everywhere. So they will be here next week. That's about all I got right now, Tom.
All right, well, we'll take it. Thank you. Kristen, do you have a report for us?
Yes. Okay. So this Saturday, March 21st at 7 p.m. in the ballroom, we have Foreign Journey, $30 a person, and tickets are still available. On Sunday, March 22nd, we have a movie in the dance room at 1 p.m., Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. Sunday, March 29th at 1 p.m., we have a movie in the dance room, Ticket to Paradise. On Wednesday, April 15th, we're going to Resorts in Atlantic City, which is $30 per person. $20 is returned in slot play. That's on sale now. On Saturday, April 25th at 7 p.m. in the ballroom, we have the Jersey Tenors. It's on sale now and selling quickly for $30 a person. On Tuesday, May 5th, we have a bus trip to the Yankee Stadium to see the Yankees versus the Rangers. $85 per person, on sale now, and your guests are welcome to go with you. On Wednesday, May 6th, we have a bus trip to Resorts in Atlantic City, $30 per person, $18 in slot play. It goes on sale March 24th. On May 31st, we have our rescheduled show, the Carole King Tribute. Tickets are becoming available as people cancel out. On Wednesday, June 17th, we have a bus trip to New York City to see the new musical Beaches. It's $170 per person and goes on sale Friday, April 3rd. And that's it.
Okay, well, thank you. All right, let's move on to our business. First order is the late fee resolution. Matt, I'm going to lean on you to give an explanation of how we're going to try to coordinate this late fee with the Greenbrier Board as well.
Okay, so the Greenbrier Board is doing basically the same language and fees and everything else as the WOA Board's doing. Late fees were charged quite a while ago. When we took over, we had stopped charging because we were transition. Everybody has set up new payment methods, everything else, and we really needed a written policy that just basically spells out what it is. And I'll be quite honest with you, my company requires that. They won't just charge late fees until they have a written policy. So we're trying to cover ourselves as well as the association. So this will go into effect after it's all adopted and signed and everything else. And for the remainder of 2026, the late fees will be $15 as they have been for quite a while. That's a little low compared to a lot of other communities. So the late fee is going to increase in 2027 to $25 per month. But if you guys all pay on time, you don't have to worry about a thing.
Okay, and we'll be doing that in conjunction with the Greenbrier Board on the same evening at our next meeting, correct?
Yep, correct.
Okay. Next item is a proposal to recover all 4 pool tables from Royal Billiards for a total of $5,565.83. Matt, Kristen, does anyone want to give a report on why we're doing this and what it's all about?
Yeah, nothing's been done to the pool tables down there since 2014 as far as cushions and refelting and everything. They do need to get redone typically every 5 to 6 years, so we're well beyond that. We do have a lot more interest in shooting billiards down there. We got some more groups, and they're down there a lot. The cushions get done as well. So all the felt, all the cushions around the outside. It's actually a very good price for 4 tables. They'll be doing one at a time. It's not like we're going to shut the room down or anything like that. So as soon as we have the schedule of when they can come, we'll get that out to everybody. But yeah, it's overdue. It hasn't been done in 12 years, so now's the time and the price is right.
Yep, I agree. Okay, well, thank you.
Yep.
Next item is your proposal for spring and fall gutter cleaning in the Whittingham community from Garden State Gutter Cleaning for a total amount of $22,391.26. This is a annual program that we have, spring and fall, where we clean the gutters. And it's the same price, I believe, as last year. All right.
Yeah, they've been good. They've been holding the same price, so it shows they want to be here and they want to work with us, so that helps.
Okay. No. Next item is actually, I skipped one, is the proposal for the repaint of the outdoor pool from Aquatic Services for a total of $5,862.51. Again, another annual thing we have to do every year before we open the pool. We have to paint the pool because it paint blisters and it peels. The good thing is that after this season, if all goes planned, we're going to do some renovations out there. We're going to basically be blasting off all the old plaster on the inside of the pool, which will mean we will no longer have to continue to spend nearly $6,000 every year to paint the pool. So we'll have a savings there. But that's going to be part of the overall project to upgrade the pool area. We'll be doing that probably at the beginning of, as soon as we close it on Labor Day, we'll be beginning that project. So that's what the money is for, so we can reopen it and have a nice pool for this season. Next item is the proposal to rebuild the existing balcony at 31, I guess that's I, Rutland Lane from Biondo Contracting for a total cost of $6,790. I think it explains itself. The existing balcony that's there is not in good shape. So we've inspected it and determined that it needs to be replaced, and that's what we're going to do with this contractor so that it's a safe patio. Go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, and I just wanted to add on that, we're upgrading the materials. We're not just doing it in the pressure-treated wood that was done. You know, all the new materials out there, like Trex, is much better, should last a very, very, very long time. So we're actually doing this deck in Trex, so it'll last hopefully longer than all of us.
Yeah, we've done some projects already with this. We've done some staircases with this stuff, right? Yeah, it's very attractive and it'll last forever. So it's good. Next item, we're going to go to the financial updates. We have the financial reports. Well, let me combine these here two things. And the other item we're going to discuss is an assessment for snow replenishment fund. As everyone knows, it's no secret, we had a terrible winter. And we had a lot of snow to remove, very costly. So we pretty much have exhausted our snow fund. And we have to bring that back up to a safe level. So that's what there's going to be. Kathy will go into some great detail on this, but we have to put an assessment to replenish the snow fund so that there's money there. We could have a terrible December. So who knows what's waiting ahead of us. We could even have some snow in April. We have to have the money there, so we have to replenish the fund. So Kathy will go into the details on what numbers they look like and all the other good stuff that she does at 3 o'clock in the morning when I get an email from her. Go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so let me start with the financial reports. On Thursday, March 12th, we met with Budget and Finance to review December's year-end financials with the adjustments that were made. And then we also reviewed our January financials starting 2026 off. What we did was we looked at our expenses associated with snow removal. So I want to give you a little bit of a recap so everyone has a perspective. I'm going to start with 24 just to give you a an idea of what our expenses have been running for snow removal. In 2024, we had approximately $346,000 in expenses. We had 4 major snowstorms in that year, 2024. The 4 major snowstorms amounted to that $346,000. That brought our balances down to the 200, our snow fund reserve balance down to roughly $200,000. That gets carried over, stays in the fund, and now we can use that for 2025 expenses. In 2025, our expenses were $269,000. We had 2 major snowstorms, lower cost, and 2 minor snowstorms. Higher cost for the major, that's over 2 inches, and two minor snowstorms. So it was a lower cost. 2025 total expense was $269,000. So now that brought our balance, because we do contribute to the fund every year, that brought our balance down to $182,000. So now we're approaching that very dangerous level. So we started the year, again, with that $182,000 that remained in our reserve account. We deposit funds into it. We then have to take the expenses that we incurred. In 2026, so far, and I say that with trepidation, we had 4 major snowstorms and 2 minor snowstorms. Our total expense so far was $380,000. So you can see we had $182 in our account. We do deposit by the end of the year. We are probably, with the deposits that we make, we're going to be down to $36,000. Very dangerous. To safeguard ourselves, to protect our development, our community, and make sure that we are well funded for next year's possible snow. We would like to look at, still have not yet made final decisions, and until we review all the invoices that have come in and have been included in this $380,000 and approve them and make sure that everything is billed to us correctly, we are looking at roughly $250 to $300 as a special assessment to every home in the community. What that will do is it will allow us to put back into the reserve fund anywhere from $400,000 to $480,000, $250 to $300 per home. I know it is a hardship. I know it is difficult. We all pay maintenance fees. But we will put ourselves in a precarious position if we do not replenish this fund. It's critical. We all saw how important it was with our snowfalls, particularly the last one, 22 inches of snow, to make sure that all of the snow was carefully removed. I know we had a lot of difficulty, but it was a very big job. I don't think there is any community that I have seen that has not had difficulty. I understand also the neighboring communities have also issued a special assessment to their residents. So it's not unusual. We're not doing anything that anyone else is not doing. But also we're not underfunded. I think we're all just as surprised with the amount of snow that we had this year. And unfortunately, we have to deal with it in this way. So I will take any questions if anyone has any. I'd be happy to answer any questions. I'd be happy to distribute any information related to the fund. Again, all of our financials, including the Snow Reserve Fund, are on our resident portal. They are accessible to all residents. If anyone cannot access them or would like to access them and have not been able to, please see me or Matt. We can both help you.
All right, if anyone has any questions, wait until we get to the forum on this issue, and we'll go through everything. Our next order of business is just an update on the restaurant. We've currently had interviews with 4 potential operators, and we have a 5th one that we're going to see, I think, on Wednesday. It'll be the final one. Shortly after that, the restaurant committee will get together and we'll discuss all the proposals we received and make a determination who should be called back for a second interview. So it's moving along. It takes a little bit of time, finding dates and times when everyone can get together. That's always the biggest challenge. But it's moving along, and I'm hoping we have some hopeful ideas of how this may turn out. So stay tuned, and we'll certainly keep you updated where we are with this. All right, let's go to the next item, which is, Matt, what do you have on the Zoom? I'm going to the open forum, but we're going to do the Zoom first tonight. Switch it around a little bit.
All right.
Anything on Zoom?
Yeah, let's mix it up a little bit. Kristen's helping me over here with the computer since Susie's not here. One question is, why are there no residents on the restaurant search committee? We actually do have residents on the restaurant search committee. We actually have someone who used to run restaurants for a long, long time. So he's very valuable on that committee.
That's correct.
Yep.
Yeah, that's correct. He's longtime restaurant owner, resident here for probably well over 10 years. And he volunteered his services to help the committee. And he's been a big help. So, yeah, we do have, besides, we're all residents too, the last I checked.
Scroll down a little bit. I'm going to, yeah, I just want to see what the rest of it is. Actually, this is one question about the aqua size class. Would like to meet with the board. I'm on Zoom, so I wanted to read it out to you concerning the use of the outdoor pool in the summer.
Right. Okay. Well, we've had some discussion with that. We'll certainly have a discussion with them, and we'll, communicate with them when it's when we're able to give them, what they're looking for, give them the reply to their questions.
Okay. Next one, I thought I covered, Janine, but the plow damage, yes, they will be putting soil and seed in all those areas and fixing things up. They were just going around last week, just flipping the turf back in place, but they're going to be adding soil and seed where they need to. Next one, Steve Byer from Rutland Lane just wants to touch base about driveway damage, because over in Whittingham we did a lot of seal coating and stuff last year that got a little scratched up from some of the front end loaders. Steve, I'll tell you, we're going to be doing an evaluation over there and talking about this in a little while. We just need to get through some of the other major damage first, and then we'll be coming around and assessing that and seeing what we need to do or can do.
Right.
Yeah, I've got a couple snow budget ones here. Why isn't this fund for snow removal? It should be allocated in the yearly budget. We do allocate money in the yearly budget for snow removal. The money goes right into the snow fund and stays there until we need to use it for paying bills. And the question too is that per household or each individual in the household? No, it's per household.
Per door, that's the way I like to put it.
Yeah.
Everyone who has a door lives in this community is going to pay a fee.
Yep.
Fairest way of setting it up.
I think that's all we have on Zoom right now.
Okay. All right. I will now open up the microphone here for people in the audience. Just press the button to turn the mic on when you go to speak. Name and address.
Nadine Waldman, 58 Birmingham. I think the assessment is definitely warranted. My question is more, how come the Greenbrier Board isn't included in these discussions?
Because the Wellwood Board is responsible for setting up the contract, and we handle the snow money. We get money
Okay.
from them. It's all put into the same pot. Everyone's treated equally when it comes to removing snow. Streets
Right.
are the same, no matter what.
Right. I think the assessment, I have no problem with $300. They were great for this last storm. with
Nobody wants to
22
pay extra
inches.
to remove snow.
No, of course
That's-
not.
But
But I think we have
it
to
is,
protect
it is what it is.
ourselves.
It's what it costs to get rid of it.
20 years ago, bar mitzvah year for my kids, or 30 years ago, we had a storm. March 25th, we had a blizzard. So, yeah,
Yeah,
we
well-
do need to do that. The only recommendation I have is there will be older seniors that can't pay it all at once. Maybe split how it's paid for
Generally,
them.
Matt, what do we generally give on some special assessments? It's like a 60-day billing?
Yeah, I mean, we could pretty much make it whatever we want to make it, but, I mean,
We need it.
I think 60 days is fair for everyone.
All right, because I think we do need it very badly.
We will discuss that further. I guess this was not working either. We will discuss it further with the
Okay.
Budget and Finance Committee and also with Matt. Thank you. I don't know
Okay.
if anybody heard me. We will discuss it further and absolutely will keep in mind the residents that are not able to. Yes, we'll put something together.
that.
We've
All right.
we've spoken about it.
Thank you for your hard work, and I totally
Thank
agree.
you.
We need it.
Yeah.
Guys, we have to turn the mics off when you're not using them.
Hi, Conrad Campanella, 80 Leeds Lane. I have two things to discuss. One thing with this assessment, I understand that, and it's something that has to be done. We did this a couple of years ago with the generator. We were all set. We had a choice of $100 or $150. We went for the $150. My concern is, not for me, but there are people in this community that are living hand to mouth. And I think this assessment has to be paid. But I think what it does, it also puts a hold, I think, on a restaurant. Because if you're looking at a restaurant to be profitable, you're going to have to hit everybody with a monthly assessment as we did in the past. And I think that extra 10 or 15 or $20 might hurt a lot of people because they're going to be hit with $200 and $300 one-time assessment. Then you're going to hit it with another $20 or $15 a month. So we have to think about more carefully. We might have to pull back and delay our decisions on the restaurant as much as I don't like to do it, but I think it's something we have to think about. Okay? The main thing I want to talk about is I'm here almost 15 years, and I'm
Speak
sorry.
closer to the mic.
Okay. I'm here almost 15 years, and I spent 2 different terms on the site review committee. One time I was chairman for a couple of years, and this is going back maybe about 7 or 8 years ago. And not once did I recall ever having a request for an application for a generator. Okay? In the last couple of years that I've been back on the committee, we see 1, 2, or 3 applications a month. And that tells me that people are scared of power outages. And Matt, I have a question for you. As manager of the community, do you meet with other managers in the community and meet with the mayor? Because it seems to me that Monroe Township has grown so fast that we cannot keep up with the power shortages, with the power usages that we have. We're constantly having blackouts, whether it's here, in Concordia, you name the community, they're out for half a day. The traffic light is out for a day and a half. So I think we need to have you need to meet with these other managers, or do you meet with the other managers to discuss this issue?
Yeah, we do have some meetings. There used to be, I haven't been to one yet this year, but they have quarterly meetings with some of the other communities.
Yeah, that's correct.
We go over to the township too. The Emergency Management Service invites us to a couple meetings a year, and actually representatives from JCP&L have been in a couple of those. So I have a direct contact now at JCP&L to report streetlights and things like that out. But I know they're very involved. The town gets a lot of complaints about JCP&L, which is why they brought them into some of these meetings to get some representation there.
Is there anything in the works to improve the power source in our township? Because now you have a venue coming in and everything, and besides the residential, you have all these warehouses coming in, and they use a tremendous amount of power. So,
Yeah, I don't have the answer to that. That hasn't come up in any of the meetings. The main focus of the ones I've been to is a lot of the communities complain about JCP&L. They have a kind of a broken system. You can go on their website, you can report a street light that's out, you get a nice confirmation email saying that they got it, but that's it. You don't get a follow-up, you don't get an email back saying it was repaired, nothing. So these are things we've brought to them that they're supposed to be working on, but when in doubt, I can always reach out to this one contact and just say, we got a problem. We got 10 lights out and nothing's happening. So at least I got that.
Yeah, Carmine, to your part about communities like ours meeting with the mayor does have quarterly meetings with all the gated communities. We have a representative that attends those meetings, and that's the forum where he allows us to bring up any of these issues.
because it seems to me that's a critical issue that we're running into.
Well,
Because
I'm sure he's aware of
it's
it. I'm
never
sure he's
ending.
got some limitations on, what he can get JC Central Power and Light to do.
Yeah.
But, it's good to put on radar screens, no doubt
Yeah.
about it.
Well, I was just curious about, if anybody was questioning why all of a sudden, the last couple of years, we have so many incidences of power outages, whether it's for 3 hours, 4 hours, 20 minutes. It's something, and I'm seeing this increase.
The next meeting,
Can't hear you, Joe.
You got bad mic.
I'll bring it up at the next meeting of the communities with the mayor.
Okay, because
Okay,
like
and
I
I'll find
said,
out, because
something needs to be
We don't
done.
have any power in terms of who elect to provide electric to the town. We have no say in that,
Yeah,
okay? Why it's happening, and it's not only us that's complaining. I've been on social media a lot. People are saying, why is this going on now?
yeah.
Why is it so frequent? And this is something to bring up at the next meeting, and I'll do that.
Well, I think the other issue is that all these power boxes, and we saw an incident a couple of weeks ago where the one outside the library blew up.
Mhm.
So these things are probably so old, heaven knows when they were replaced or whatever. And that might be a problem because a lot of people are now using different power sources to, charge their batteries on their cars and whatever. So,
And I get that. I'll bring it up with Mark Rasmussen, who's the engineer for the town, and I'll talk to Kevin, the business administrator, at the next meeting. Thank
okay,
you.
thank you.
Thank you, Carmine.
Mike Gloria, 23 Cameron. This is for Kathy. How did you determine the 400,000 for the snow fund? Because it seems rather high.
Okay. The 400,000 is based on $250 per home times 1,607 homes in the community. That translates to a $400,000 collection from the community. Now, of course, we haven't set any of that in place yet. We don't know if it will be 250. We don't know what the conditions will be. We may offer, if you make a one-time payment, it could possibly be a lower amount. We'll get to all of that. We just wanted to gather all the invoices first so we knew where we were in terms of our balances.
That really doesn't answer my question. My question is, why 400,000? Why not 300,000 or 350,000?
Okay,
Sorry.
good question. Well, again, what I did was I took the last 3 years and averaged.
Okay.
And the average of the 3 years is approximately 350,000 per year. So we can anticipate on a average year that we will incur 350,000. I know our vendor that handles snow removal is very comparable in that category with other vendors. So they're not overpriced. We're not expecting that we can find another vendor much lower. So we're taking it based on 350,000 average, and that's what we should see. What I wanted to do was allow ourselves a little more in case one year is a little bit worse. So again, this was an anomaly year, no question about it. But what will happen is, based on the full year expectations, 2026, again, I had given the numbers, but I'm going to just repeat only for 2026. We start the year with 182,000. We have contributions from our operating budget that go directly into the snow fund for approximately 210,000. We also get a township rebate. Small amount, unfortunately. They don't cover our entire expense, but the expectation is it would be about 40,000. And then 400, a little bit of interest, and 400,000 or 380,000 in expense this year so far. That would leave us with a balance before any assessment of 36,000. So 400,000 would give us 440,000. $300 per household would give us approximately 500,000. So we're going to sort of play with the numbers and see what our entire budget and finance thinks would be necessary for the health of the community.
Okay, I understand.
Okay.
But as Carmen mentioned, you're also talking about increasing, I'm sorry? Oh, sorry. As Carmine mentioned, we have another assessment coming up for the restaurant, so the lower the better, I guess. Thank you very much. I appreciate your hard work.
We are, and our budget and finance is a great group of very well-established financial people. We are all concerned. I don't think there is a meeting that occurs where we don't mention our residents and how are we going to do this and what can we do. And so, yes, every budget we go through this, every expense that is out of the ordinary, what I would consider an anomaly year for snow, yeah, we painstakingly try to at least acknowledge that, yes, there are people that will have a problem with this. We can try to make it easier for them.
Hello. Kathy, you said that we are putting in, can you hear me?
Name and address.
Oh, Dennis Caligiuri at 29C Rutland.
Okay.
You said we're putting in $210,000 a year from the budget into the snow fund, plus 40 from the township, that's 250,000. And our average cost is 350,000. So we're losing 100,000 a year?
Only this year we've had an anomaly year. So we always, from one year to the next, we carry over. These last 3 years have been higher than 2020, 2021, and 2022. Of course, our expenses also increase every year. So we are now averaging 350,000. Yes, you are correct. If we continue to have these 4 incidents a year, 4 major and 2 minor, we're going to continue to blow our budget every year.
So
We
what if
look
we
for
did an
the
assessment just for the
average.
100,000?
We have an assessment, oh,
Just to cover the $100,000 deficit, based on an average snowfall of 350,000?
well,
Why don't we have
we ha-
assess
okay,
100,000?
we have 182,000 in our fund right now.
Right,
We will, by the end of the year, deposit from our operating fund. We transfer money from the operating fund that's included in your maintenance costs. That's 215,000 collectively.
right,
There's 40,000 that comes from the Township of Monroe
right.
as a rebate. That changes every year. It depends on what the town will offer us. And of course, a little bit of interest income. And then this expense of 400,000. So it leaves us short. This expected, anticipated either 250 or 300, this 400,000 or 480,000 will at least replenish the fund. So now we're sitting with 430,000, and we're expecting or anticipating every year 350,000 in expenses. So we're hoping that that will allow us
I
to
understand.
have a safe amount in our fund to help us every year.
Okay. Last question
Yes.
for Matt. The 10 pin is not dropping correctly on lane 3 downstairs. Could you have that checked out?
Can you say that again? I was actually
The
looking
10
into
pin, the 10 pin on lane 3 is not working correctly in the sub-cellar bowling alley. You didn't show him that, Tom?
That's what I do all day. I don't work. I bowl down there.
All right. Anyone else behind the curtain here? All right. So nobody there, so I'll close the forum part. And we've done the Zoom, and so I guess the next thing is to have a motion to adjourn. Moved by Jeff and second by Kathy. Okay. And everyone, thank you all for coming, and we look forward to seeing you in about a week and a half. Thank you. Very clear.